Orale! What's up, homies? On this episode, we honor one of our most dedicated super fans who's commented on a lot of our videos. And in his honor, we cancel racism. You wanna listen to this one. On this computer. Why are there two Jamies now?
You tell me.
Why are there? Oh, this meeting is being recorded. All right, got it. Jamie, how did you clone yourself? I need to know.
Jamie is self-aware.
Right? That's what I'm beginning to think. Oh no, we're being invaded. Okay, there we go. All right. Hold up a second. All right. Let's see. Take two.
Which we're not gonna cut.
Right.
Push the fucking button. Push the motherfucking button.
Push the button.
I did.
All right.
Why is it not starting? Start, bitch. Oh,
It did.
Right.
It's been recording.
It's recording. We're all in together now.
There we go. That's right, homies. Orale! Welcome to the Chino and Homeboy podcast, homies. With us today is Hate Jones.
Ayo. Fuck you, bitches.
You know, the homie Chino.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
And back from New York City, the Big Apple. SCUBA Steve.
What's going on, my brother?
Welcome back, SCUBA Steve. Good to have you back.
AKA your girlfriend's boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Your girlfriend's boyfriend.
You know
Right.
what? You want to know something kind of funny? You know that
Always.
fast thing going on with the people looking up their name with the Urban Dictionary, yeah?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I did that, and then it got fucking hot. I'm a bit of a trendsetter on that, but I looked it up, and the second definition it said was the quiet guy that lives down the street but will flip your shit and fuck your girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Have
like,
Sigma male.
Have
That's
you
Sigma
not-
male right there.
Have you not seen the movie The Tao of Steve?
I haven't,
That's
man.
the great movie.
Yeah.
That is an amazing movie.
I'll put that on the list and text me the spelling of it later.
How do Asians spell it?
T-A-O. You got one right here. T-A-O.
Okay, to clarify, how the Asians spell it in American letters.
I believe
Ayo.
I know how they spell it. I believe they spell it C-H-I-N. I'm afraid to finish that because we were called racist earlier.
Right?
No,
Oh man.
I do believe it's T-A-O.
Yeah, it is T-A-O. The Tao of Steve.
Yeah,
That really is a great movie.
T-A-O, yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Anyway, what's
Hey,
going on?
look,
What's
my
up? What's in the
eyebrows-
docket today?
My eyebrows move.
It's like a little kid, right? Little kid that figures out how to
Wait until you
wink.
wait until he learns how to move the dick.
Right. Look, it's growing.
Now it's shrinking.
Now
I was in the pool. Is this what they
Oh,
call an
man.
innie? This is an innie right here, right? This is the innie.
Oh, shit.
We can make a joke about how I could change my gender here and here, you know?
you change your gender from what?
I don't know.
From a dude to go ahead and pick it up.
From
or
Kurt
whatever do you think?
from Kurt Angle to
From Kurt Angle to Kurt Mangled.
Look at that. Shake it, dude. Shake it.
shake what your mama gave you, baby.
I
Shake
need to
that tail
fucking.
feather. Shake that tail feather.
there needs to be a reaction here where I'm like throwing dollars.
Oh, I know, right?
know?
Make it rain. Make it rain.
Yeah.
Make it rain.
Are you twerking? Stupid.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Hold up. Hey, look, like I did earlier. Hold up. I gotta relight this. You know those TikTok
Hey, you dumb
videos?
as hell.
Hey, Jones, you want some of this?
Right.
Chino,
Yes.
Chino, you want some of this?
Here, absolutely.
What
Let me hit
about
it
you?
right
What
quick.
about you? There you go. Hit it. There you
There you
go.
go.
Okay, so
SCUBA Steve, you want some of this?
Hell yeah.
Look at that.
so apparently.
About to light up some of my blueberries.
So apparently
Stupid.
we're all in different positions on each other's computer screens.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Or you were looking backwards because I'm next to you.
Maybe.
You're, on my computer, you were reaching the wrong way. I'm in the center. On the
Oh.
top row.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here you go. Tell you.
No, wrong direction.
Stupid.
I'm on the side of the butt of your gun. Yeah.
You dumb as hell, dude.
It's that sour tangy, man. It's the sour tangy. It's
Look,
got me.
You know,
It
I was
gives,
just gonna
it's
say that.
giving
I
me.
think,
It's giving me the sillies.
you know, there's
No
a reason why I call it the giggly bush. You know what I mean?
Oh
I
man.
mean, it's like I think it had a little too much to smoke before the pod. Don't worry, so did I. I mean, I took a couple of fucking milk rips off the bong. So
Irony. I completely designed all of this sober.
well, you're a man of many talents.
I am.
Yeah, look at that. Like, oh man, it's the helicopter.
Woo! Imagine if I actually did that, like put a little dangly thing that actually whipped around while I did this.
That's what's gonna get us canceled.
You need some tassels on your nipples too.
Yeah,
Oh,
some
here?
tassels.
Oh yeah, you know, I'm working on it.
Put some fireworks on it too. Really Americanize it.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure I could probably trigger fireworks. Just with the push of a button, just fireworks just going off all over the place. I am American Jesus, everybody. As you can see behind me, it says America's Homeboy, but I could be both.
You know what? Look, ODB had a bunch of different names.
That's true.
This could be your El Gran Niño Jesus.
El gran niño americano Jesus, or Jesus americano.
That's right.
I dressed up like this because today is a special occasion. We officially have not gonorrhea.
Syphilis? No, that's gross too.
Yeah, no, not syphilis.
HPV.
HPV. There are people who probably wish we had HPV, but no.
Right. What do we have?
We have
Cancer?
a super close fan. We have a super fan. Hell yeah.
First one.
We have a super fan.
Yes.
We've broken new ground.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. He's been participating on some of our videos, right? So I'd like to give him a shout out and dedicate this whole episode to him. Now, if I had given you guys
we should have gave him an invite.
I know.
We should.
I know,
yeah, we should have.
But I felt like we should clown him first.
Clown him. I thought he was our #1 fan.
And then give him well, come on. I mean,
you mean pay tribute to him?
You gotta break your bones here, okay? You mean we all made fun of each other sooner, early on in our friendship careers here,
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody's gotta break their bones, right? So he's gotta take it. We gotta see if he has a sense of humor.
Right.
Well, man, if he's listening to the podcast, sure he does.
I mean, I know.
Right. Know. Look. To be fair, there is listening and taking everything that you hear seriously, and then the other way. I'm a little too high for this conversation. Continue.
Yeah. Well, I would hope that he has taken us up on the offer of our sale at our merch store using code BLKFRDY homies. I'll put it in the description here. But the homies are gonna have to act fast because Cyber Monday is the last day. This discount in the merch store is gonna last 20%. All right.
And
now,
is that a $1 donation for every sale still in effect?
that is correct. Also, it also still in effect is every dollar. What is it? Every time you buy an item, for every item you buy, $1 will be donated to the Hope for Warriors Foundation, which helps veterans and active duty members with paying the bills, paying for groceries, just helping veterans get back on their feet and shit.
Right.
So,
it's for a noble cause.
That is correct. It is for a noble cause. Just so you know, we're not total assholes here on the Chino and Homeboy channel, okay?
We're just a bunch of racists, apparently.
Yeah, no, we are. I mean, we are. All right, look, we gotta admit it. We gotta admit.
My first name is Hate. So.
That's right. Yeah. See? Exactly.
Right. And I mean, how the hell are you gonna call a guy, the only Asian guy in the show, Chino?
That's right.
I mean, that spells racism to me.
Yeah, you gotta be racist, And I mean, look,
especially when the American's homeboy isn't even a white guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the most racist shit ever.
Hell yeah, exactly, right? And look. I know. Chino and I are both, Navy veterans, but we even make fun of Scuba Steve, right? Who was a combat photographer. You know what I mean?
I got another bone to pick. Our Mexican guy doesn't have a fucking Mexican accent.
Right.
That's racist.
Neither does the Filipino guy.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. I'm sorry, but I gotta admit it here in the open.
All right.
I'm not really Mexican.
You're not?
No.
What are you?
Well, I was born in America, so I guess that makes me an American. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
I mean, it looks,
that
it's pretty cut and dry to me.
If your parents are white.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
You're fucked, dude.
Because I thought Mexican was like a nationality, and since I wasn't born in Mexico, I thought, I'm safe. I'm not Mexican.
If you
I'm
haven't
American.
heard, anchor babies don't count.
Look, bro, you're Republican. You should have known this.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, the Republicans do like me to think that I am Hispanic for some strange reason.
Like, if you're going to be a Republican, at least be a Black Republican.
There you go. We need a Black Republican in the show.
Oh man, that would be hilarious. I think he quit, after like maybe 1 or 2 episodes.
Can we get Herman Cain as a guest?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Yes, we can. We can totally get Herman Cain.
If you got connections to the underworld.
Hold on.
By underworld, I mean hell.
Look,
hold on.
Look, I got connections
underworld's
right here.
Best kept secret.
Look, I got connections right here. Look.
Oh man. Oh, that's so wild, but you know what? It's never gonna get old.
It's our dick joke for the day.
There you go.
Dick joke for the day.
Pretty much.
So yeah. So a tribute.
What's his guy's name?
Oh, yes. How I would be remiss not to point out what his handle is, but his handle is one of the people. So we are dealing with the people.
That sounds so patriotic,
right?
And democratic.
I know.
Is he French?
No. Well, I mean, they would be more democratic than us.
Honestly, it sounds very socialist.
Is he Stalin's grandson?
Yeah.
No. One of the people is not socialism. That's communism, comrade. Communism. Okay?
Well, okay. He sounds like a communist.
There you go. Two different type of, man, I love that I can move and I'm not sitting on the toilet anymore. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah.
You can feel your leg. You can feel your legs now.
Oh, yeah,
He's
look
finally
at
using them
me.
legs.
Oh, you
Shit.
you watch, the views are going to be like so high on this video and we'll never be able to get a single penny. That is a tragedy. It's probably going to be the funniest episode we make so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
even
say.
know why I smile all the time. Like, I'm not even moving my lips. My lips are so big that the camera just thinks that I'm smiling.
It's because you're high, dude. You always have a fucking smile on your face when you're high. I do.
Right?
Shit.
Right? Oh, also, I don't know if the audience has noticed, but there's an S down there. That's for Super Jamie. He'll be joining us today. Sorry, Jamie, didn't mean to like ignore you and shit.
Right.
So
Super S.
right.
Super
Now-
Jamie.
Now it wouldn't be oh, that was a weak one, but there's our part for the day. Good night. All right.
Stupid.
It wouldn't be a fitting tribute if we didn't play or show some of one of the people's contributions to making the Chino and Homeboy channel the channel that it is today. It's because of his hard work and dedication over the last 36 hours that we are able to bring you the kind of quality content that you know us to give. Take it away, Jamie. All right. So, all right, Jamie, where are you? So
I thought it was Super Jamie.
it's dark in the closet. He's camouflaged. Okay. All right. So first up, I believe this one here is the. Let's see here. Got a pinch. Come on. There we go. And done. Can we see that?
Indeed.
Can we see that? All right.
Yeah, but I couldn't read it to save my life.
Oh.
Yeah. I can
That's
see
right.
it. The question was, can you see it? I can see it.
Oh. Okay.
Enhance. Yeah, there you go.
There you
Like,
go.
just like Super Troopers. Enhance.
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 Exactly. There we go. All right. So, as we can see, right? Look at this beauty, this remarkable prose that we're working with here. We're
Right.
dealing with the true journalist and literary master.
Okay,
We should be bowing before
he-
we should be bowing before his mastery of the language.
okay.
He commented a lot. I mean, he must be a really big fan.
So
Yes.
since I'm a slow reader and you're not,
Right.
and there's going to be people consuming this
Yes.
that can't see the screen,
Yes.
please read this in character for me, please.
Okay. Scuba Steve, can you play the part of one of the people, and I will play the part of Chino and Homeboy.
Sure.
All right.
Starting off slow being racist. Interesting choice.
If you enjoyed our irreverent sense of humor, then you should like Chino and Homeboy making fun of people doing stupid shit.
No thanks. I'm having too much fun listening to Chino and Homeboy say stupid shit.
Was he trying for a punchline there? I feel like he was trying to be funny, but it's like he's actually admitting that he's enjoying us say stupid shit.
Like, what's a stupid chit? Like a chit in the Navy?
He might be a veteran.
He
I
might be.
didn't ask.
I mean, yeah.
So
Yeah,
he should,
could be.
so he should change his name to one of them people.
One of
Yeah, what do you mean, them people?
What do you mean, damn people? Exactly.
That sounds
All right.
racist.
Let's see. Moving on. All right.
Well, he said a lot. He said a
I
lot.
know, right? Oh, he loves us, man. I'm telling you, this man.
I can see that. Number one
This
fan.
this man is all about the Chino and Homeboy. All right. and I for one commend him. You know, hey, one of the people, if you spend $100 in our merch store, you will get a free gift. I promise you. Of course, it's the same offer that we have with anyone who spends $100.
The gift will not be greater than the gift we're giving you now, with giving you an hour or more of our time.
Yes, right. I know exactly. Look, we are promoting your channel on our channel. You cannot get a better gift. We are quite literally endorsing one of the people and his YouTube channel, right? With all his 100 subscribers and one video with 55 views.
Have we subscribed to him yet? We should.
No, I was waiting till we finish this video and then do him the honor of subscribing live on
live on the podcast.
On the podcast. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, after today's show, he can officially say he has 4 friends.
That is correct.
That's right.
If you include Jamie, which is an iPad, 5.
Yeah.
And look, and you know what? I'm pretty sure our subscribers would also subscribe to one of the people. So yeah, your subscribership there is going to have 172 here pretty soon. That's
right. In fact, as a matter of fact, we might lose all 72 of our subscribers to one of the people.
Hey, you know what? I'm cool with that. He's our biggest fan. I'm good.
Yes, he deserves. Right. He deserves our subs. He deserves our subs. He does. That's right.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. Scuba Steve, if you can continue.
Oh,
you were by the way, I think you are totally nailing the voice.
Right. Yeah.
I was gonna do a different voice every time, but it's exhausting. So
yeah.
You know, I saw what you were doing. I was like, this is gonna wear off soon. It's gonna be a lot to keep up.
I'm being a lazy.
Yo, I'm gonna kill me, man.
Like I don't know if you looked, but I peruse how much this motherfucker likes to talk to himself.
Well, I was just gonna say, look, it looks like it's becoming a monologue here, not
stuff like this too, but
like but earlier in the day, I was like, hey, let me do some proper pre-show and actually read this shit.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, I was like, nah, I'll do it live.
All right.
Like, this is too much bullshit to read it twice.
Yeah.
It's art, Hey Jones. It's art.
You know what? I'm making this to a fucking NFT. I'm making this to an NFT. I am gonna. There it is. Yeah, that's our next NFT project.
There you go.
The only thing I like looking at twice is Tenet. That's about it.
Right.
All right. Fair enough.
We're going back to the turnstile.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
All right.
Scuba Steve, if you will, play the part of the white guy once more.
All right.
We saw Gage and Joe pushing a burning dumpster toward a gas station. Then Kyle enters the screen with an extinguisher and puts it out. Then he gets chased. What were the 2 crimes Kyle committed, Judge? Please do tell.
All right. Hold up. I'm gonna have to step in on this one here. I don't mean to step on one of the people's dick, on our tribute show to one of the people. Right. But I don't know if anybody knows this, but the judge does not decide guilt or innocence. It's the jury. And since we are the court of public opinion, we can indeed express what we would have voted had we been one of the jurors. And when he says, what are the 2 crimes he committed? Well, after watching Legal Eagle, by the way, a fabulous YouTube channel, we need to find out if he smokes weed so we can, anoint him. Okay. So what is it that what is that called when you make him a saint, patron saint?
Beatify.
There you go. That's right. That's right. You need to take another hit. You're not high enough. You remembered what that was.
Right. I'm also I'm also not high enough to appreciate the civics and culture lesson here.
That's
Homeboy.
right. So according to Legal Eagle, right? Kyle Rittenhouse could have either gone either way with self-defense or murder, depending on who the jury was, pretty much. Because the guy who had the gun, who was, who got shot and survived and went after Kyle Rittenhouse, could have just as equal, and if he had killed Kyle, he could have just as equally gone either way with self-defense or murder. It's really, really murky, especially the way Wisconsin laws were written.
Mm-hmm.
So according to Wisconsin law, and this is Wisconsin law we have to follow because, that's where the crime committed, or the event took place. You can have a gun.
Clarify that.
Yeah, you can have a gun, much like the one I have slung over my shoulder here.
Really?
Yes, you could go around brandishing said weapon at a group of unarmed motherfuckers and get them pissed off at you.
Right, hold on. That's an M60, right?
Yes, it is. It is an M60.
Belt fed?
That is correct. 100
and
rounds.
You can have that?
Yes. I don't know if you can have it in Wisconsin, but I mean, if you can't have it in Wisconsin, you could take it to a protest, wave and flag motherfuckers with it. Yes.
What a fucking time to be alive.
I know, right?
Wow.
And especially since the barrel is over 16 inches, Kyle Rittenhouse can have this.
It's for a long barrel.
It's for hunting. It's for hunting. That's right.
Yeah.
Humans.
Back in our head.
Right?
Oh, man.
So after that, if the people, right, feel threatened and decide to defend themselves, if you make the effort to escape, meaning if you step backwards and that's the only effort that you had the opportunity to give to retreat before you unloaded on these motherfuckers, then you could claim self-defense.
Right.
Technically.
Their laws need to be updated.
Well, funny you should say that, because the laws that they're using were actually recently updated.
Oh, wow.
Well, interesting. But yes. I'm sure one of the people knew that.
Yes, absolutely. That is why we're doing this tribute show, since he learned us.
And would y'all please say this motherfucker's name correctly? It's one of them people.
Right. He might be a Navy vet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. He might be or a Marine. Or a
Marine, yeah.
Because once a Marine, always a Marine.
That's right.
I have an idea what the special could be then.
What's that?
So what?
A box of crowns.
You're right. You're right.
All right. Let's see. Then he goes on to tell us about dog whistle racism. The racism that can't be seen, heard, or felt. Hey, Jones, would you like to tackle that question?
What's the question again?
The topic is dog whistle racism. He wants us to tell him about dog whistle racism.
Well, you don't really need. Well, the dog whistle isn't racism. The dog whistle is a signal to other motherfucking races. It's like when the Wu-Tang Clan walks into a crib and they go, so you know what it is. You know what time it is. Racist motherfuckers get on TV or in public forums and say sideways shit all the time, like using the term them people.
Right.
To signify which side of the fence they're on so that other races can join suit.
It's like all lives matter. No shit.
Yeah.
Black people are just telling you motherfuckers that Black lives matter too.
Exactly.
No shit. I like that. I like it. I like it.
Of course all lives matter. Black people are just trying to tell you that Black lives matter too. Not more. Also, as well. Not more than.
Right.
Idiots. So
isn't there a Jesus story about that shit? You know, the parable of the lost sheep. Something about, you know, there was 100 sheep, one got lost, so
I'm
he left the
American
99.
Jesus. I'm American Jesus. I don't read the Bible.
I am the
Clearly.
Bible.
The Bible
I am
is
the
what I
Bible.
say it
It's what I
is.
say it is. Oh, is that a parable in the Bible? Well, I'm just gonna say that's bullshit.
Right?
But Jesus
wouldn't do that.
But Jesus, you said it. Well, I mean, I may have said it then, but I don't give a shit about it now.
Clearly. I mean, he's not answering prayers.
Right? Feed the poor. Man, fuck them.
Exactly.
Heal the sick. Not until they fucking pay me first.
Wait, wasn't it Jesus that also said slaves obey your masters, even the cruel ones? Or was that St. Peter or St. Paul?
It was Jesus, and I believe the 13th Amendment says it as well.
All right.
But only in cases of incarceration. So, you know,
There's an asterisk.
there is an asterisk.
Well, again, thank you for the lessons in civics and culture.
I do what I can.
Yeah, America's Homeboy for president.
Woo! Right.
Part of his platform is free helicopter rides.
That's
and a King
right.
Taco truck in every corner.
Yeah. So and look, he even tells us exactly how committed he is to the Chino and Homeboy channel by even telling us not to worry. He will fill all of our terrible videos with comments. And he definitely wants more links to our videos because the Spanish one that he didn't watch was very helpful. Look at that. That is high praise.
He
praise.
is asking for other videos. I mean,
No,
this guy's a
but
super fan.
Right?
look at the
He must be a master of time and space because he clearly has too much of it on his hands.
no, but look, the Spanish one I didn't watch was very helpful. He's being sarcastic there.
Is that what that
what it
is?
is?
Yeah,
Oh.
read that. The
Oh,
didn't watch was very helpful. That is just another
that's
typo.
you know what, Steve? That's very
no.
that's,
Was that a racist dog whistle?
Probably.
Well, suck me sideways. It must be.
Start fires in there in the comment section.
I mean, because this show is trilingual, so I was like, okay, maybe he's addressing a show I wasn't a part of.
maybe.
Maybe.
But maybe he's poking racist fun at
Wait, what are the three languages?
America's Homeboys assumed racial makeup.
Right.
Tagalog, Spanish, and
Afro-American.
We're no
vernacular.
negative. We are quadlingual, son. Scuba Steve knows Japanese.
There you go.
Hold on. Let me list it for you. Hold on. So we got Tagalog.
That's right.
Espanol.
That is correct. I'm sorry. Sí, señor.
We got English.
English. Right? That's right.
We got Ebonics.
No. We call that African American vernacular English.
My mistake. I am today years old when I learned that.
Word is bond.
Can you say that one more time for the kids and for the culture?
African American vernacular English.
African American vernacular English. There you go. That's our fourth one. We have how do you say it in Japanese? Nihongo.
Nihongo.
Yep. And we also have one. If I try really hard, Ilocano. So there you go. We have 6 languages we speak in here.
We got one more. Hoanese.
Hoanese. I'm today years old. I'm right now years old when I found out what there's a language such as Hoanese. What is Hoanese?
I'm speaking it right now. Watch.
Oh well, I don't know. It's fluid in that too.
It's the language they speak in the Hozu.
The Hozu, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that episode is coming. Stand by, people. Stand the fuck by. It is the most hilarious show we've recorded since this.
The whole fucking zoo.
Should the whole zoo be released on Christmas Day for the peoples?
Either Christmas Day or New Year's, but this one is not the Hozu episode.
Yeah, this is not the Hozu episode.
Not the Hozu episode.
Yeah, the Hozu, Ho Menagerie, Homunity.
That's right.
Stable of hoes.
That's right.
That's right.
So let's see. What else?
Why is my voice getting deeper as I say that?
hey, look. Your balls can still drop. Look like this.
I mean, to properly speak,
This motherfucker. Stupid.
to speak Honese, you need to put a proper amount of bass in your voice anyway.
Yeah, well, there you go. See, I'm doing it already.
All right.
Like say it with me. Say it with me. Bitch better have my money.
Bitch better have my money.
You see how it sounds more effective when your voice got that bass in it?
That's right. That's right.
That's
Just
right.
the difference.
How do you think one of the people would say it? Scuba Steve?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
You had the one jump.
Hey, look.
What was the question?
In Scuba Steve's defense, he's missing the mark just like them peoples. So
right.
I mean,
he's playing up just right.
He's a method actor.
Back, man. I've got a head cold.
He's a method actor, man.
Oh, that's right. Scuba Steve is high on Rona right now.
That's
I
right.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
And he's still here, entertaining the people.
That's right.
What a fucking patriot.
Doing his part.
I would rather educate people and entertain people and then die.
What a fucking hero. What a fucking hero.
And this is why Scuba Steve was one of America's finest.
That's right.
You know, did top secret shit overseas. Can't talk about it. We have to kill you.
Yeah.
Right.
He's got a medal that was given to him, but he can't
wear it. Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Like he may or he may not have a black star at Langley later on in life.
Yeah.
I may or may not have a human skull in my bedroom.
That's right.
There you go.
He may or may not have been in Vietnam, North Korea, World War II. You know, he may or may not have. It's top secret. We don't know. We can't know.
His call sign could have been Wolverine, but we don't know.
Yeah,
that's right. We don't know.
I may or may not be a 14-year-old girl in my bedroom.
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know.
Exactly.
With the skull revelation, with a pseudo revelation of the skull in his room, he may or may not have a skull in his room. He may or may not be Jeffrey Dahmer the second.
And that's only the skull that he's leading you to believe that he may or may not possess. He could have more.
Right. I mean,
we are so getting canceled. One of the people's gonna slide into the comment section of this video and just totally let us have more of his magnificent Shakespearean grade prose.
Is that why I couldn't understand it?
Yes, that is entirely. We are too plebeian for the level of his for the command of the English language that he has. We are just too plebeian for it.
The level of the bard.
That's right.
That's right.
Shakespeare is in heaven or hell right now, jealous as shit.
That's right.
Shall we continue on down this road?
Oh, yes, we shall. Yes, we shall. Let us continue. Let's choose a much more smaller thing here. Let's see. What is this? Can we read that?
Oh God. Yes. Small.
That's what she told them peoples.
Right. I started with your most popular video. No, wait. Emoji. I started with your most popular video. Emoji. You owe Chile a thanks. Maybe, never mind. Don't bother with him anymore. I wouldn't want a video. I'm fucking high, man. You finish this shit.
Okay.
Okay, let me do it. Hold on. I'll do it. All right. I wouldn't want a video of yours actually getting watched. I made a comment, but you get 0 view time until you comment normally or address your lies. I'll check in on you boys later. See if any of you started critically thinking. I doubt it. Scene. How'd I do?
You did fantastic.
All right.
I think you did the words honor.
Okay. That's that's all I could all I could ask for.
Could you do a William Shatner thing?
I do.
Yeah, do a William Shatner style reading.
All right.
Yes.
Well,
look,
who knew?
Christopher Walken and William Shatner would both give you a standing ovation.
Well, it's a crowning achievement of my short lifetime.
You do that. That'd be awesome right now.
Right? Exactly.
Okay, maybe I have a feature in voice acting or being in one of them audiobooks.
I hate to break this to you, Chino, but you're already doing voice acting. You are a cartoon.
Touche. I mean, let's not forget that marijuana affects the memory.
Oh yes. You and the cartoon have now become one.
Right. I forget sometimes that I'm a cartoon.
That's right.
No, one of my homies has a budding career in voice work out of Korea.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Are we making a trip to Korea?
Maybe.
Well, he's half Korean, half American. His dad was in the military.
Oh.
He looks Mexican. Like if you meet him, he looks like a tall Mexican. Hung out with the homeboys real deep on the Navy base. So when I met him in college, I assumed he was from LA because he looked like it. And then a year down the road, I find out like he's Korean, which really threw me off. And then after school, he moved back to Korea and got into the voice game.
Nice. Very nice.
Cool. Shit. We might want to have him on one day.
Yes, we shall. We shall definitely have him on. But today is one of them people's day. Yeah. All day. Right. But as
I mean, his comments are showing and proving that he just has no time on his hands and probably no pussy on his fingers.
Yeah. I mean, if he did have the poontang, he would not have time to be commenting, which let us hope he doesn't ever get poontang so that he can continue to use
keep
those
them views
fingers.
Up, nigga. Keep them views up.
Exactly.
We just gotta keep cock blocking them.
Yeah, because
exactly.
We got plenty of content we ain't released that's gonna need your views.
Yeah. I hate to break this to you, one of them peoples, but the Chile de Castro one is actually on the low end of our views. We used to have a playlist called Homeboy's Hot Takes, and our Matt Getz episode had over 1,500 views. So, but sadly, that playlist had to be nixed because Nick Fuentes' army of grapers were bringing the channel down with their negativity and toxic masculinity that we had to, give them the boot. So we took that playlist down. Homeboy's Hot Takes may come back, but I don't know in what kind of incarnation, although I'm kind of digging this one right here. So Homeboy's Hot Takes may come back with this patriotic level of animated sexiness that you see before you.
You like that shit way too much.
Well, I can't do it in real life, so I got to do it. I got to work with what I got, man. I mean, can't you tell I'm hung like David here? I don't know if you could tell if I'm circumcised or not in these here, so Honestly, I'll try to work on that.
I'm not looking in that area too hard.
Why not? Yeah, I'm having too much fun with this. All right, shall we continue?
Continue.
All right. Let's see if I could find. So the Kyle Rittenhouse was one of the early ones that he commented on. He commented on the what is it? The Chile de Castro one first. And let's see, which one is that one? Is it this one? Let's see. Yes, I believe this is the one. Okay. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one where he said he can't help but hear Kurt Angle's music whenever he's talking, whenever we're talking. So
okay, so that's why you want the Kurt Angle music.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly the reason why I wanted the Kurt Angle music. Hell yeah. There we go. Is it low enough? Can you guys still hear the music?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So there you go. That one's for you. One of them peoples. This is that music is for you, homie. We love you. We love you. He did say that we're not liberal, which I don't understand, because he treats us like we're liberal.
Oh, I like to think of myself as a progressive.
Although he did admit to tapping out at 49 minutes, which I think is a world record because most people only listen for like 2. So thank you. Thank you, one of the people, for upping the number of hours viewed on the channel as a whole. That was a very brave contribution on your part. We're glad. We appreciate, we honor the amount of time that you spent, all 49 minutes. I mean, that's drive time.
That could have been a wild jerk off session, my nigga, and you wasted it on us.
No, what if he was jerking off? What if he was jerking off while he was watching us?
Then
you don't know that.
Then he needs to stop listening to us pronto. Because we don't want any of those type of problems around here.
Oh man. Let's see. We got more. Let's see. What haven't I shared yet? There was one where I think he made a threat. He said,
"Ooh, I like threats."
He said, "See you on the battlefield." Because I
get to shoot you if I feel danger.
Right, exactly. But no. I mean, if he identifies himself as one of them people, don't ask questions. That's what they say, right?
Look, if you give me a good threat, I will give you my address and meet you outside. But it has to be a quality threat,
right?
Like you gotta give it up like you're actually serious. If it's some bitch shit, then no. But if you give me the straightforward, like we can meet outside. I ain't had a fight in years. I don't mind it.
So I think some of the videos that I've been sending him have kind of been changing his mind, because he did start off rather combative. But look at this one, right? On the real.
Are you making friends with your enemies again?
It's what I do, man. I'm America, remember? I mean, we fought the Japanese and the Germans, and look at them now. They're our best friends.
Yeah. But continue.
So he said, this comment will 100% or 90% disappear, which, by the way, I have not been deleting any of his comments. There are some comments that have he's made that just disappeared. I don't know if YouTube is the one that was removing them. And YouTube, how dare you?
Dare you?
Exactly. That is offensive to us, YouTube. We want to hear all of our fans' comments, no matter how derisive and derogatory they may be. How are we supposed to be able to make the quality content that we make without those comments? Shame on you, YouTube. Shame on you. Say it with me, boys. Shame, 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 shame. All right. Let's see. Wow, 10 views in 3 months. You racists are crushing it. Of course we are. Of course we are. We have 72 subscribers. After just a little over a year, that's not too bad.
But my question, look, we've only been doing the podcast on the YouTube channel for a few months.
Yes.
So, he needs to chill on that shit. Well, this time next year, call us back. We'll have more views than him.
That's right. As long as I keep showing off this sexiness right here, oh yeah, we're gonna get the views, baby. Oh,
we gonna, as long as we keep pissing off them peoples, we gonna have them views.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, it perplexes me when he calls us racist. I'm like, when have I advocated for the death, enslavement, rape, and pillagement of anybody Other than white devils.
Well, I mean, I guess white people would think that's racist, but me in particular, I'm racist against one very, very specific race.
But I just said white devils. I didn't say white people.
Well, I mean,
How does he identify? Is the question.
Oh, that's a good question.
Or is he a white devil?
So it's one of those Morgan Freeman beam situations where it's like, well, you know, that wasn't directed at you, but if the shoe fits, feel free to lace that bitch up and wear it.
Yeah.
Good point. Because Steve doesn't see himself as the white devil.
No.
Right, Steve?
What was that?
he's less of a white devil and more of an off-white Jesus.
That's true. That's true. He is a very, very handsome man. Just look at that photo. Look at it. It's beautiful.
More like the black metal.
That's true. Yeah. So, all right, let me see. Do I have any more? I mean, I thought I had the one. I took the one that was making a threat. Let me see. Is it this one? Let's see. Is it that one? No. I guess it didn't save. Yeah, I guess it didn't save. Yeah, I guess it didn't save. Because there was one where he actually made quite a threat to us. All right, bye, Jamie. See ya. I guess Chino had to go. People were trying to sleep. But yeah. There was one where he said, "See you on the battlefield, boys." Right. So I guess that's one of the comments that probably got taken down. I mean, I don't know exactly what he meant. I mean, honestly, like, you know, we're all veterans here, you know.
I'm not.
SCUBA Steve's you're a ghetto vet.
I survived the hood. I got my stripes.
That's right. You know, it occurred to me that I just right now said one of Kurt Angle's famous lines. It's true. Oh, let's see. I wonder if Chino sent me a text, or he sent the Mac crashed. Oh, okay, his Mac crashed. He's booting it back up. All right. So yeah, so that's our super fan. I think one of them people's biggest complaints was that with Chile de Castro, it's like we weren't giving Chile de Castro a fair shake. You know, as much fun as we made of one of them people, right? Like, look, Chile de Castro, he says he's, you know, trying to overturn Terry versus Ohio, right? And that's fine. You know, go ahead, do that, make it happen. We're not telling you not to, right? But but that's not the issue that we took with Chile de Castro. The issue that we took with Chile de Castro was that he was saying that the Black community didn't have any Black leaders, right? And he was making himself out to seem like, you know, he's trying to single-handedly save the African American community, right? Now, to you, that may not sound racist, and Chile de Castro may not even be racist himself, but he was saying, shit, that sounds pretty fucking racist. Like, Black people are children or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
And that's exactly how white people during slave times have always viewed Black people, as less than them, right? So that can be construed as racism. Now, again, Chile de Castro may not be racist, but what he said could definitely be construed as fucking racist.
I'm gonna say he is racist. Fuck that shit. I'm a hater. I know my people. He's a hater. He wants to walk into somebody else's cultural situation, or let's say somebody's fight. Yeah. And he wants to lead said fight for those people. He wants to be somebody else's Braveheart, and nobody invited him to the party. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm not going to agree with gay people over their rights and then try to join their fight as their leader.
Right.
I'm not going to try to join women's fight for equality and support them and try to become their leader. Like, bitches, this is what y'all really need to be doing. Follow me. I know. I have a dick. Like, no, that's not how it rolls. You know what I'm saying?
That sounded like mansplaining, and that's some woke shit right there.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is the reverse. This is literally what Chili DeCastro is doing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when people rebuffed him on that bullshit, he got saucy on the racist side of the game.
Yeah.
He
did what Kyle Rittenhouse did and tried to run back to friendly lines, but accidentally ended up shooting shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, who's the black leader? Who says the black people needed a fucking leader?
Right.
Who's the white people's leader?
Right.
Who's the Latino community's leader?
Yeah.
We vote for our leaders in this country, right? Am I not an American?
And they represent all Americans, no matter what color of your skin, what cultural background you have. Exactly.
Yeah. What we have is community organizations and their leaders. Black Lives Matter is a community organization. It has a leader. Rainbow Coalition is a community organization, which has its leader, Jesse Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, there's another one that fucking Al Sharpton runs. There's an NAACP. There's, you know, a multitude of organizations with leaderships that may speak for the black community in certain situations, but nobody voted for Malcolm X to be the leader of the black community, nor did anybody vote for Martin Luther King to be the black community's leader. Some group, some organization appointed Martin Luther King to that stance for that protest. And all Black Americans didn't participate in.
Yes,
and a lot of them didn't even support because they thought it was rebel rousing and it was gonna fuck up their game. So this idea of black leadership is stewed in racism.
Right.
So take that, Chili DeCastro.
Yeah, well,
and shove it up them people's asses.
I mean, I would say that Chili DeCastro is definitely, you know, still ignorant as fuck. So, you know, and racism is born out of ignorance. So hopefully his black friends set him straight on
racism is born out of greed.
True. I mean,
greed and
not
insecurity.
gonna not dispute that shit.
Ain't nothing stupid about racism.
Oh, I said ignorant, not stupid.
No. Well, even ignorance. They know. They just don't want to know.
Willful ignorance.
Yes, there you go.
That's what that's called. That's called willful ignorance.
Well, you know, I would say like bigotry is more or less birthed out of ignorance, right?
Yeah.
But racism, that's tactical. Yeah,
that's true.
And it's always a financial gain, or you know, some form of monetary power connecting gain into it. You redline people, you get a financial gain. You enslave people, you get a financial gain. You force people in the industrial prison complex, you got a financial gain. You know, there's always a dollar behind it.
Yeah.
You don't put black people in movies. You put more white people in movies. You make more money.
Yeah.
With the white team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Racism is about power and control of resources.
For your particular group of people with that share your skin color or same cultural traditions, so forth and so on.
Indeed. I just call them pods.
Pods?
Yeah. Like, what pod are you in? You know, because like the way we would look at racism, right, is not based on the races that exist, right? So people look at Mexicans as a race when you're just from another country.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So all of Latin America gets chunked into one box, which is the Mexican box here,
right? And they hate it.
Yeah, and they hate it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're on the East Coast, you might be in the Puerto Rican Dominican box,
right?
So depending on what area of the country, you can end up in a different box. When it comes to Asians, same thing. You know what I'm saying? You could be either Japanese or Chinese before you're any other needs, right?
Right.
And so it's a pod, and you can belong to, multiple pods.
Yeah.
Right? I could be a Black person from Africa. I could be a Black person from Latin America. I could be a Black person from America. I could be a Black person who forefathers weren't enslaved. I could be a Black person whose forefathers were enslaved.
Right.
There's all pods, right?
Yes.
And one pod may disagree with the other. You could belong to several of them, even if they conflict. I could be a Black man with a white mother. You know what I'm saying? So I could be mixed.
Yeah.
And I can be from Africa, or I could be mixed. I could be American born, half white, half Black man living in Japan.
I got a better one for you.
Go for it.
You could be half white, half Nigerian, born in America. Let's just pick a state at random. Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And your last name could be Hussein, or your middle name could be Hussein. And you could become president of the United States.
Well, he was from Kenya, not Nigeria.
Well, I wasn't trying to talk about Barack Obama, but I mean, if you're gonna bring him up.
well, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I just look at it as pods. It's just the way that we choose to define ourselves in these multitude of pods, but we all kind of use them the same way, right? So you being a Christian is one pod. You being Jewish is another pod. You being Arab is one pod. You being Islam, what do you call it? I can't even say it right.
Muslim.
If you're a Muslim,
Islamic,
that's If you being a Muslim, that's one pod. And within the Muslim pod, there's multitude of sub pods within that,
Kurds, Shiite, Sunni.
So there's all these pods that we put ourselves in, and some of them conflict with others. So like I don't try to link them all to race, because they're not all race. Some things are ethnic, some things are cultural, some things are geographical, and some are race. And race is a made up construct.
Yeah, pretty much.
That we tend to flow in and operate in because it's the operation system of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, how can you be, what is it? Asian. How's that a race? It's a continent.
Well, I mean, it's not a race. It's a geographical designation. Your people come from there.
Yeah. Well, that makes Russians Asians.
That's true. But in the system of racism, we know what part of Asia we're really talking about.
Yeah.
And that makes the difference.
That's right. The southeastern brown part.
Yeah. That's the dog whistle. That's the dog whistle right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact
you talking about my people.
Yes, we are. We are indeed.
Okay. Cool.
The fact that we don't consider Egypt or Northern Africa really a part of Africa, and based on definition, Europe doesn't exist.
Right.
And the Middle East is actually a part of Africa. If you will follow the rules of how we define continents.
Right. Yes. Yeah. But the British did all of that shit. They fucked everything up.
Yes. I mean, so it's very hypocritical.
Fucking imperialist white people.
Right.
Hypocritical and self-serving.
Colonizers, can't take them anywhere.
You can dress them up, but you can't take them anywhere.
That's right.
Yeah. They don't let them out much.
What's that?
They don't let them out much. They don't get out of the cage much.
No. It's what is it? I remember Hey Jones was telling me something about how what is it? Every culture around the world has pyramids except for white people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Europeans do not have
There are no pyramids in Europe.
So you mean to tell me that the aliens didn't visit the Europeans?
I mean, all they have is Stonehenge. That's it.
Do you think the aliens were just tired of helping us build pyramids, that when they got to Europe, they were like, fuck it, we're done. We're good.
You mean the illegal aliens?
Well, I mean, I don't know what kind of aliens. I mean, I was talking about the extraterrestrial kind, but whatever's clever.
Semantics.
That's racist.
That's racist. We're getting canceled for this one.
Yeah, we're getting canceled. Yeah, we're racist against extraterrestrials.
Hey, no, you're racist against the people who actually built the shit. Like
what? The Stonehenge?
Yeah, it's like we built this shit and it's great, and you're gonna take it away from us to say some aliens did it because you can't explain it.
Look, man, clearly it's an alien landing zone. It's round, right? It's got a stone slab in the middle of it. It's for aliens. It's round. It's a landing site.
So you say.
Yeah, well, I mean, did you not watch Star Wars The Mandalorian? Grogu got put into a Stonehenge. He got put on the slab in the middle, and then he was teleported up.
Maybe it's just a giant fucking calendar.
It's where they were beamed up from, homie.
I'm not talking about in the movies. I'm talking about real life.
Oh, well, I thought we were talking about Stonehenge.
Yeah, I'm saying maybe Stonehenge was just a giant calendar or time tracking device. It's a giant sundial.
No, it's not, man. It's where the Tesseract, or what is it, the Rainbow Bridge, like connects Earth to Middle Earth.
The Bifrost?
Yeah, the Bifrost, that shit. Yeah, to Asgard. It's yeah, that's what it is, man. It's the opening gateway. It's the Bifrost to Asgard.
If you say so.
Well, I mean, what else is it? It's not a pyramid.
Well, I said it's not a pyramid, but it's it is the what do you call it? It is the most unexplainable stone structure in Europe,
right?
That we know of, that can even be compared to the complexities of pyramids that exist across the globe.
Because it's the Bifrost. That's why. Look, I'm naked, okay? I mean, I'm coming up with shit.
We can move forward.
Yeah. Yeah. So
do we got any other good Steve complaints?
We don't have any complaints from any more complaints from one of them peoples. But I mean, we've already kind of addressed his issues with the problems that we had. Like, I don't understand why he thinks we're not funny. I mean, we are. He watched us for 49 minutes. Nobody does that unless we're funny. He loves us. He loves us, and I just wanted to give him a shout out. Yeah, and just tell him like keep commenting.
He may hate us, right? But the opposite of hate is love.
That's right.
So all I know is we're up under that skin.
Yeah.
Like what gets up under your skin?
Ticks.
We're up under that skin like a tick. and we gonna get that motherfucker Lyme disease. Okay.
Chino and Homeboy disease with sprinkled in Hate Jones.
Yeah.
And some SCUBA Steve just for extra measure.
Because if he really wanted to shit on us, he'd just be indifferent and he would have moved on.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah. But one of them peoples, hey, look, listen, slide into the DMs on our Instagram or Instagram, and it's Chino and Homeboy, and let us know if you want to be on the podcast, man. we'd definitely love to have a conversation with you. I mean, you're we know that we know you're in Massachusetts, so you're a very aggressive individual. We get that, right? You know, it gets cold there. You know, you get really squinty eyes and you're gritting your teeth all the time. I mean, I'd be angry too if I had to live in that hellhole.
Yeah,
right.
I love to talk.
Why Joe Rogan left?
I'll love to talk shit to your virtual face.
You know,
that would be fun.
It would be. I mean,
we talk shit to each other, in front of our virtual faces all the time. Yeah.
Exactly. But we'd love to have you on the podcast. I mean, we'd love to have a discussion. I'm only going to assume that you're libertarian because you have ideologies that contradict each other.
Right.
You know, and I find that's very common among libertarians, right? You know, at least Republicans are very, very consistent, and Democrats are just, way too wishy-washy to even have contradictory opinions. But you have solid contradictory opinions.
What are Republicans consistent about?
Keeping everybody poor.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I just want to know.
And fat.
They keep the poor, the rich richer.
The fat fatter.
Yeah, the fat fatter.
The skinny people skinnier.
No, they're trying to get the skinny people fat too.
Oh, okay, gotcha. See, I'm not a Republican. I wouldn't know.
Republicans have a singular goal: is to make the world a better place for white men.
And the Democrats are opposing them, right?
No, I wouldn't exactly call it opposing.
Yeah,
they're on their own fuck shit.
Yeah, they're on their own fuck shit.
They serve too many masters,
right?
And they can't get a clear mission statement, right? So we have what the people want and believe, right? Which is the shit that Bernie stands for. But people don't like Bernie because he's a hard swallow on the media marketing side, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He's also outside of the cool group of the power movers within the Democratic Party, who's been setting up shit for the longest, right?
Yeah.
So they got their little power structure. It's like what the Clintons was working with, right? So they was like, okay, it's Hillary's time. And then at the last day, it's like, nah, this nigga gonna do that. Sorry.
So what you're saying is
which pissed her off, right?
Yeah.
Because she lost because of the super delegates. They all switched sides on the last minute and threw their weight toward Obama and was like, we'll get you on the next one.
Right.
And then the next one came and she's like, this is my time. And now Bernie's fucking it up. So then they sabotaged Bernie's shit.
Yep. I remember that.
Opposed to listening to the people and listening what's happening, because people who would vote for Trump
would have voted for Bernie.
Vote for Bernie.
Yeah.
Right. But they was like, we can't let this nigga in because he wants to disrupt our little fiefdom we got going on.
So it was essentially this. Hillary came in and says like, why we can't let Bernie win? He doesn't have a presidential chip like I got a presidential chip. Look,
y'all niggas owe me.
That's right. I got my chip. I'm cashing in my chip right now. You can't. This is my time. This is Hillary's time. It's not Bernie's time.
I swallowed my husband getting his dick swallowed by a fat bitch in the Oval Office. Y'all owe me.
Exactly. I would have divorced that motherfucker day one, but y'all said, no, Hillary, do it for the party. Stay with him. We'll make you president one day.
Are we still trying to get canceled? Because I think that would get us canceled.
I feel like that is what would get us canceled.
Wait, okay. So all that.
I mean, Hillary Clinton is pretty much like, look, I already had a black man take my presidency. I'll be damned if I'm gonna have a Jew do it.
You feel me?
All right. Was getting canceled.
Hey, no, I'm American Jesus. I can say shit like that.
All right, hold on. So all that just to say Democrats are wishy-washy. Gotcha.
Yes.
I get it now.
Yeah, they're on their own fuck shit. No, but hey, Jones is right. They serve too many masters, right? They can't agree. Mm-hmm. They can't agree on one message because once a message comes out, someone is gonna get on their fuck shit and be like, but that message doesn't include us.
Right.
Yeah. And you know, so like
too many factions, huh?
They have a lot of factions, but they seem to help one faction over the other in certain positions. Like black people never get any things that they ask for.
Yeah.
They try to give us the things that come in the group package, right?
Yeah.
So we got this job package and it gave black people 10% more jobs than usual. It's like, that's not what I asked for.
Yeah.
I asked you to do something for me. I didn't ask you to give me something to share.
Yeah.
Right? Because when it comes to black people, it's always a rising tide lifts every boat bullshit, right? But if my boat got a fucking hole in it, I don't care how high this tide get, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Fix my boat.
hey, black.
I can't say this joke is racist.
Hey,
I was gonna say something.
Right? Hey, black people, we're gonna get you a pizza. You know, and then black people are like, all right, that's great. We're getting a whole pizza. No, we're getting you a pizza, but you got to share it.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, no, instead of getting a medium, we got an extra large so the Mexicans can eat with you.
Right, exactly.
I like the boat one better.
Yeah, no, the boat one is good. I like the boat one better too.
Yeah, because it's like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
Slaves. It's the thing about the slaves.
No,
isn't it?
Not the slaves. No, it's not about the slaves, but it's like black people can't swim.
Oh, well.
That fix my boat.
That's what gets us canceled. That gets us canceled right there. Chino and Homeboy fucking canceled right there. Right there. I hope you're happy, one of them people. I hope you're happy. You know, as soon as we stop talking about you, we go back on our racist fuck shit.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go eat some rice right quick.
But yeah, but that
I'm gonna go hook up the tamales and the tacos, eh?
There you go.
But that's ultimately the problem with the Democratic Party, and because of that, we're going to have Trump 2.0.
Maybe.
If he doesn't get convicted of something before that time,
yeah,
if he runs, he's in. Because I'm not voting for that white nigga a second time. I don't give a fuck who's coming. I'm just gonna buy a gun and call it a day.
I don't think Joe Biden's gonna run again though.
He says he is. Now
really?
He might drop dead before then.
I mean,
but the word is out that he's planning on running again, or they're gonna put so what I read in some political talk is that they like, we haven't been seeing Kamala Harris because she's been put on pause, and all the shit that she should have been handling has been handled by Buttigieg.
Right.
So if anything, they're planning on pumping him up as the next run, because now we got a gay guy in office.
Mm-hmm.
You think Hillary will run again and be like, look, I'm cashing in my presidential chip?
She out the game. She lost twice.
Is it Hillary's time again? Is it Hillary's time now?
It will be. It will be.
You only get
Jeff Epstein again if she does, if she doesn't win.
You only get two. You only get two shots. She lost. She lost when she ran against Obama, and she lost when she ran against Trump.
You sure you only get two? I mean, Biden tried twice before this run. I think this was like his third or fourth run for president.
No. It's once you get to the big leagues.
Oh.
If you make it to the finals and you fuck up, you got two of those.
Oh, okay. So he only ever made the playoffs, never made it. No, he made it to the playoffs, but never the finals.
Made it to the conference finals, and so he didn't even make it to the conference finals. You know, so he made it to the playoffs, not the conference finals.
Hold up. Let's not talk too much basketball, because Homeboy over here is gonna fucking cut shit out again, and we're gonna wait for this fucking episode.
Did you edit all of our basketball talk out of the other show?
No, I didn't actually. Okay. I left it in because I had to work around. I'm like, man, that's just too much work.
Wait, hold on. All that shit. You're not gonna cut it? The fuck, dude.
But
look, did we or did we not just say that we talk shit to each other all the time? All right, I'm sorry.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Look, I'm a lazy bitch. Okay, I'm sorry. I left it in.
But but basketball is the best analogy for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like once you get to you get to the conference finals, you got 2 of those. If you make it to the finals and fail, that's it.
Yeah.
You getting traded. Your ass getting traded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You never run again. Like if you make it to the main show and you don't win, you don't come back from that.
Yeah, that's true.
Sucked to be Hillary. Shit.
Yeah, it sucks
really.
more to be Bill Clinton.
Nah, it sucks to be Monica Lewinsky.
That's what gets us canceled right there.
How
Look, I hate the fact that she became a negative punchline, because getting your dick sucked is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And if you do it well, you should be appreciated and honored by everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Do you not see the smile on that woman's face? She's gotta have some good head game, bro.
I peeped them out.
Right?
You know? And
she has DSLs. It's not like she's got super thin lips, you know what I'm saying?
I said mouth, nigga. That meant the lips too. That's all. Yeah. That's all. You know, but I hate the fact that she was shunned in the way that she did, because I found like sticking a cigar in your pussy was the problem that I felt like that was like sucking dick under a table. That should happen anyway. Yeah. But motherfucker sticking a cigar in your pussy while you're sucking his dick. Now that is a little weird.
No, that's just some gangster shit.
I don't know. I don't want pussy to smell like tobacco.
That's you.
Okay.
That's you.
Booty holes smell like ashtrays? No.
Maybe Bill Clinton liked the aroma of a good Cuban from the Punani, man. I mean, you never know.
That just took the steam out of what I was gonna say. I can't top that.
Like sucking dick was the least weird thing she did.
Right. Yeah.
The
true.
cigar in the pussy and keeping the dress. Keeping the dress with this fresh skeet on it was a little weird. Like that should have been soaked immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't say skeet on the radio. You know when they say skeet on the radio? Because white people don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
No, you know but what I was gonna say was, I mean, it can't be that bad being Hillary. I mean, you get away with murder. That's a good consolation, right?
I feel like Monica Lewinsky's problems were exacerbated by her not owning it.
Right.
Like if she would have came out like, yes, I suck dick. Which one of your bitches don't suck dick? And I do it well. And if she would have owned that shit, it would have been no problem.
Well, yeah. Lean into the bomb, people. That's really what it boils down to. I hope everybody understands that, you know, the whole lesson to take away from this episode is, if you're gonna get accused of some shit, lean into it. Own it. Own it. We get called racist. Yes, we are racist. All right. We're racist against the human race because y'all are some fuck shit. Okay. Y'all fighting over dumb reasons. Like who's got the most popular fucking imaginary friend? Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
What else do they fight about?
Let's see. They fight over rocks.
Color of the skin.
The color of your skin. You know, like that's an evolutionary adaptation based on the latitude and latitude of the earth that your people inhabited and shit.
It's just the easiest way for differentiation. That's it.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Fighting over who's got.
If it wasn't that, it would be hair color, hair texture.
Yeah,
language is spoken.
Sizes of noses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like your penis is more too much of an innie and not as much of an outie.
Like,
you know,
like okay, so bust this. This is how insidious and insidious and what's the word? Diverse.
Yeah.
The concepts of racism exist.
Right.
Right. So in Belize was founded by marooned slaves, people who took over boats, found a land, set up shop, and escaped slavery.
Hold on. I got a question.
That doesn't sound like marooned slaves.
It's the term they use. It's called maroon.
Can we clear?
You're gonna have to do some history.
Excuse me.
It's not marooned in the terms in which you think.
Can we clear something up really quickly though?
Yeah, go for it.
Beliefs, as in it like more specifically, a belief in a certain thing, or
no
belief as a meta thing.
Belize, as in the Caribbean country.
Oh, Belize. Man,
yes.
I thought you were saying belief. Yeah. All right, we're about to go deep here.
Chino, you thought that Hey Jones was speaking African American vernacular English when he said Belize. You thought he said believes?
No. It didn't sound like. No, I understand my African American vernacular language. You know what I mean? I listen to the Wu-Tang Clan. You know what I mean?
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, let me activate my camera here. Hold up. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Hold on. Where the Hozu tape at, yo? Where the Hozu tape at?
It's coming. The Hozu tape is coming.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. What Hozu tape?
But this is not the Hozu tape, right? Hozu tape is coming, man.
No, I just misheard. I thought he was saying belief, as in the thing that informs your decisions.
Yes.
Right. I didn't think he was talking about the country Belize.
Yes.
I thought we were talking about a concept in thought, not geography.
Right.
But
what? So no, wait. That's racist. Canceled.
So these Africans were called Garifuna or Garifuna, that kept their culture from Africa. I have a former coworker who is of those people who's trying to get an organizational website built for a 50c3. So they established this country. Then there was Latinos there, or the natives, I guess that's Taino, right?
Right.
And then you have the mixed breeds between them. And then you have the white people who did eventually come in the mix between them. And then some Indians who came over to the Caribbean too. So there's a little mix.
Okay, my question is, did the white people come in peace?
That part I do not know.
Okay.
But so basically you have mixed folks, what they would call Creole.
Right.
You would have the Latin
Mestizo.
The Latin Americans that speak Spanish.
Yep.
And then you got the Garifuna, which are dark-skinned African folks.
Every time you keep saying that, I want to say Gryffindor or Gryffindor.
But people discriminate against the Garifuna.
Right.
But they are the founders. And every year they have a celebration of them showing up to the land that everybody participates in.
Right.
So that you're honored in one sense and then shitted on in every other sense, where people don't want you to date them, they don't want to live around them, or some other bullshit. Right. Like my girl's mom was like, yeah, fuck them. And my girl's trying to explain, like their version of racism is different than America's racism.
Right.
And so when you get here, you realize, no, you're in the boat with the Garifunas too. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason for you to be that way about them. But it's literally like, you can date whoever you want, but don't date them.
Right.
So dating a Mexican, no problem. Mind you, her mom loves Nigerian TV.
Huh.
So she's on YouTube 90% of the time. She's watching Nigerian television shows that are horribly produced, right? And she tends to like the horribly produced ones than the nicely produced ones that are on Netflix.
Fascinating.
Yeah, the YouTube Bollywood is her sweet spot, right?
Huh.
So she's a little on the tan side, right? So she looks like a light middle tone tan black person, but would discriminate in her home country against a Garifuna who never did anything to her just because that's what she's been taught.
Right.
Right. Indoctrination is a powerful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's how selective and diverse the construct of racism can get.
Right. Yeah.
The spectrum.
Yeah. It is. It can be. It's a spectrum of some kind. I mean, we call it racism, but it's really just discrimination and bigotry. Really, is what it
Right.
really is. Right. We just call it racism here in the United States, in every English-speaking.
Well, I think it becomes racism when it becomes more systematic and there's a gain at the end. That's the way I look at it. When it becomes systematic, like, okay, for instance, me and you, we both lived in the same area, Black and Latino people, right?
Right.
One group doesn't have any power over the other group.
Right.
So all we get in between is bigotry and tension at a certain level, right? So that's bigotry, right? You can't enslave me. You're not gonna enslave me. We might have some street fights, but overall, you can't redline me. You can't send me to jail unjustly. You have no real power over me other than direct combat.
Right. And then and when shit pops off, we set aside our differences and go loot the same stores together.
Exactly. Now, if one of them, if one group took over City Hall and then started to make laws and different things to exclude or fuck with the other group, now we've gone into the realm of racism.
Talking about subjugation and all that shit.
Yeah, because you're trying to use this bigotry as a means to gain something else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where it becomes a more bigger problem. Like when you look at the history of racism, it came along with capitalism, and and it was a choice. Like, hey, we're going to disenfranchise those people, and we need the church to approve it. Yeah, tell me they're not people, so I can go fuck with them and still get into heaven. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So can you have Jesus back me up on those aren't actual people? Thank you, appreciate it.
That's what the Nazis did. They stopped the Catholic Church's approval.
Yeah. So the racism comes with the systematic bullshit. That's the racism part. Then you get people taught the wrong thing, and then you get people on the small side who really don't have no gains for it. Like back in the day when the free fill hands or the what do you call those, the indentured servants, joined up with the Black enslaved folks to kind of turn shit over, and then they just gave the white boys, okay, we'll just give you a little bit more than them, and now what? And they was like, okay, fuck them niggas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that that's the system. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's usually done with somebody in control who wants to make some kind of gain out of it. Yeah. And it's always the victor, right? I mean, white people have had an economic advantage from the inception of the country until now, like even still, that it still persists to today because, all of that money gets inherited, right? Like there are white people who probably think to themselves, they're like, well, I don't have, white privilege. I'm like, you do, but not maybe not as much as say someone in the 1%, right? And maybe not someone who's like in the middle class who had, a house that was handed to them by their parents or grandparents, right? But you don't get harassed by the cops nearly as often as people of color do. Like, yes, you do get harassed by the cops, but you don't get harassed by the cops nearly as much. Your traffic stops don't turn into felony drug stops because somebody smells weed in your car that doesn't exist. Yeah. As often as it does for others. Exactly. So,
Is it weird that I feel not very versed or steeped into, this kind of subject? Because, I mean, really, I don't think about it. And I say that not because, I don't care about racism or anything like that. Or I'm not saying that because I'm not celebrating our differences. But it's like I feel like I don't know much about this stuff, right? Because I don't think about race as a thing that because you know what I mean. Like I'm not sure if I'm making sense here, but like I don't think about race at all. Really?
Well, because it's due to the effect that it has on you on a regular basis, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you're Minnie Momoa, so of course, you know, it's not going to affect you.
So let's.
Oh,
let's
and you have a big dick.
Right. Well,
I mean
okay.
that trumps all.
So-
That trumps all, right? You know, that trumps
Right.
all, right?
Well, no, these things notwithstanding, right?
Right.
No, I guess what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is that, like,
here, I'm gonna hit you with it. You
Okay.
grown up in a country where, in a mostly homogenous country,
right?
so you don't feel the same sting because I've been growing up with this shit since birth. Here,
Right.
it's the same thing.
In the Philippines, it's more economic discrimination, like people from the city discriminating against people from rural communities, right?
No, but it's a thing of identification. You grew up in a space where everybody looked like you.
Yes.
Well, here's okay. So here's
but let me explain it further. So you grew up in a place where everybody looked like you. So there's no social hierarchy that's based on your look as much. I know they have like light skin, dark skin shit like colorism, but for the most part, everybody's Filipino. Everybody gets treated relatively the same on that basis.
Yeah.
My girl who grew up in Belize, where they have their shit, but she grew up around other people like her who up the scale from poor to rich look like her. Educated, non-educated, look like her.
Yeah.
So she doesn't feel or experience any real deep racism until she comes here and her last name is Latino and people expect a Mexican to show up and then a black girl shows up.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then it becomes a thing because now she's getting it. You know what I'm saying? So if you live in a space where you're going to get it, then it becomes more important to you or you see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Chino's had the privilege of growing up in the Philippines and having a Spanish last name, and then living in Texas and having a Spanish name, and being racially, quote unquote, racially ambiguous, right? You know, so you can pass as someone who is Hispanic of Asian descent because they have those in Mexico too. So
right.
You know,
well, I guess I'm not sure if I'm articulating my thoughts well enough in the state that I'm in.
Right.
But
I was gonna say Las Vegas. No, that's not a state. That's a city. And I'm like, right. you mean uplifted?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so while I'm not discounting anything that you guys said. You know, those are good points and they were well made. But I can only speak anecdotally, you know, like in my experiences, especially in the Navy, you know, of all fucking places, you know, when I was in A school, when I found out exactly how many people were in the Navy or how many Filipinos were in the Navy,
right?
I was surprised. You know, it boggled my mind. And the thing was, what was interesting was they didn't like it when I hung out with other people who weren't Filipinos.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, like, it was just, you know, it's interesting to me how I don't think that way. Like, I really don't think I have any sort of xenophobia, you know, much less, you know, racist.
I have I got a better understanding of you, and I got a better explanation because of that.
Okay.
I would say one of the reasons why we three are clicked up is because we're in that same zone. I generally get down with people who get down with me no matter what.
Right.
Like, that's just how I roll.
Yeah.
I've never picked out a friend because, oh, you're the black guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Unless I'm in a hostile, and like literally, like, so the Korean guy I was talking about before, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had two guys. So one of my friends, one of my friends was Latino. He could pass for white.
Right.
In college. When I first met him, we talked. He was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Where are you from?" He's like, "Oh, I'm from LA. I grew up in East LA." I'm like, "Oh, I grew up in Watts." From that point forward, we've been friends.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm like, "Oh, you're from the same place." I went to a school that was 59% white, 59% Asian, and 2% other.
Right.
And the other consisted of Indian, dark skin, non-Oriental side Asians,
Right.
Black folks, Latinos, and anything else under the sun, right?
Yeah.
So it was an automatic click up because like we're in foreign territory. We come from the same place. We had lunch a few times. You're a cool dude. I'm a cool dude. We kind of have the same morals. We're friends.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? And so the same thing happened with the Korean dude. I met him. I assumed he was from LA. I assumed he was Latino. He liked the same kind of music. He loved like old school 80s hip hop, gangster rap shit.
Right.
And so we became fast friends. And then I realized that he was Korean. And I was like, okay, but you still talk the slang, you still like the shit, and we still cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, when I was in elementary school, I had a Latino kid for a school year or two, was my best friend at the time. His name was Damien.
Yeah.
Right. So he was a one Latino kid who hung out with all the Black kids who played basketball. Back then, African medallions were popular. One of the teacher's assistants used to make them and sell it to the kids. Damien bought and wore an African medallion.
Right.
Not a Mexican medallion. He didn't say, "Oh, customize one for me, for my culture." He's like, "No, I want the shit that the Black kids do."
Right.
Nobody clowned him for it. Nobody fucked with him for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only difference is he made his black and blue because we lived in a Crip neighborhood opposed to the red, black, and green.
Right.
Like that was the only fucking difference.
Yeah.
And that was my homie. I didn't pick him because he was Latino or anything else. It's just like, hey, we kind of flow. We're gonna kick it. That's it. And I think the three of us are on that side of the fence. And that's why it probably doesn't, at least in your selection of people to be around, have never affected you.
Right.
But I'm saying the racism part, because you've grown up in a homogenous society, doesn't hit you as hard because you're kind of fresh to it. And in America, the racism is a little light on the Asian community.
Right.
Just don't ever get locked up.
Yeah.
I don't intend to.
They will put you with the Black folks.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm too pretty to go to prison.
Yeah.
Who you telling?
No. I had a friend who got locked up in the county for some traffic shit, and he was married to a Filipina and went to a Filipino church, and he ran into a Filipino member there, and he was like, "Why are you here with us?" It was like because of his name. They initially threw him with the Mexicans,
right?
And the Mexicans started beating his ass,
right?
So they took him out and he put him with the Asians, and the Asians whooped on his ass.
Right.
So he took him out of the Asians and put him with the Black folks, and he didn't get his ass beat.
Huh.
Fascinating.
And so, like, when you don't fit into the stereotypical pods, if you fall into the other, so we got Asian, Black, white, Latino. If you don't fit into one of those pods, they put you with the Black folks.
I mean,
well, I guess I am Black.
No, you know what? That makes sense, actually, weirdly.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that, and it sounds silly now, right? And I may have joked about this before, but I don't speak with an accent. I'm Filipino. I grew up in the Philippines. I was born and raised. I don't speak with an accent. I think in English. English has always been my first language. And so I don't speak like most Filipinos that I encounter. Who are born over there, who are,
Yeah.
born here. I have, I'm not close to my family like most Filipinos are. At least from, my small sample size, of Filipinos here. I'm not close to, my family like most people are here. And so it's like it's that what the thing that Paige Jones said has verisimilitude in that, like I don't really fit into the mold of what Filipinos do.
Well,
yeah,
the same sits with me for a lot of the black stuff. Same.
I don't fit into anything that Hispanic people, in particular Mexicans, do. Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Why?
Right.
Is because we are divergent.
Yeah.
Right. I think divergent is a good word for it.
We are nonconformists. Yep.
I'll say.
We don't. Outside of y'all generally in the military, we generally don't like to follow.
True.
And literally this is true amongst most of my friends. We're all in this lone wolf zone.
Yeah.
Right. Sigmas.
Yeah. That's why we did the Sigma underwear episode.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, it's funny because before all of this shit, back in the day, in the 90s, I had a similar philosophy, I would call it. I was like, you had shepherds, sheeps, and lone wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, you got people who like to follow, people who like to lead, and people who like to be on their own. Like, I'll follow if I qualify you, but the moment I see you're going sideways, I'm taking over the shit.
Right.
Yeah. Or I'm
same
leaving.
Here. Ditto.
Or I'm leaving.
Ditto.
Which is why I couldn't join the military, because I'm like, the moment I don't agree with something, I'm out.
Right.
Or I'm gonna throw a mutiny. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a follower to that degree.
Right.
I get that.
And so because of,
you gotta know when to hold them.
Yeah.
Know when to fold them.
So I think you're
know
thinking,
when to walk away. Know where to run.
So I would say your situation or what you brought up, there's a two-part side to it, right? There's your selection or interaction activity based through race is based on you being this divergent lone wolf Sigma character.
Yeah.
Right? Like
that
the rest of us.
Yeah.
Then the other part is you grew up in a homogenous society, so you don't see it because it wasn't ingrained in you. And then you came here and it's active, but it's not as active with you as it would be with me.
Right.
Or
so like
that makes sense.
Or hold up, hear me out here. Hear me out. Or we could all be on the spectrum of autism.
I'm too lovable of a person to be autistic.
Homeboy and I have talked about this briefly.
Yeah.
He was saying he was saying some stuff, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I do the same thing. I wonder.
Yeah. I wonder. Yeah, we might be on the spectrum.
So for instance, for me, watching television as a kid exposed me to racism that I didn't have words to express.
Right.
So I could count when one of my favorite shows as a kid was Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
Of all shows, right?
Yeah.
Nobody told me the significance of the
Confederate flag.
Confederate flag being on the vehicle.
Right.
I knew Boss Hogg was a racist as a kid, even though I didn't have words. He wouldn't like black people.
Yeah.
The few times they had black people on the show, I could discern the Dukes are good white people, and the Boss Hogg and his friends are the bad white people who don't like black people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So all that stuff I can discern, even though I didn't have words to express it.
Right.
I watched Mr. T on 18 because he was the only black motherfucker on TV.
Yeah.
That I identified.
Well, see, and that was the thing. So, right. I grew up.
I like Chips because of Eric Estrada.
Yeah, I watched Chips and I can tell he's not white. Bruce Lee was my dude because he wasn't white.
Yeah.
Right.
So I always had a thing of being like, hey, if I'm gonna date somebody, they're gonna be a person of color. I wasn't gonna date a white woman. Right. And I got that in my head as a young kid, early. Like
Well, see-
everything, like there's us and then there's them.
Right. Well, see,
Them
I
peoples.
grew up in the in the Philippines, and I didn't have cable TV. I had broadcast channels, so I was at the mercy of whatever was on TV, in the what 7 channels that we had.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, I grew up watching 18, loved the 18. I grew up
Yeah.
watching Knight Rider, MacGyver.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so,
Yep.
like, I don't really remember anything that displayed racism overtly in those shows.
Yeah.
And most of the stuff that I would watch would be sports, boxing, basketball, because the Philippines had their own league, shit like that. And so, like, yeah, I would see American movies, but it would either I was too young to recognize it, it was too foreign for me to recognize it, foreign, as an idea. And so
Yeah.
it was like, you're right that I wasn't really exposed, indoctrinated, or
Yeah,
otherwise
but-
shown these things.
Yeah, because understanding is you knew that media was coming from somewhere else.
Right.
Versus
And
I'm like, this is the media is made where I am,
right.
and I'm
And
not
see-
included in it.
And you're also correct in that, yes, I grew up in a homogenous society. I mean, most of the people I interacted with were Filipinos. I mean, for fuck's sake, I grew up in the goddamn country. You know what I mean? So I didn't. It was a foreign idea. Like it wasn't anything that was taught to me, and I didn't see it until I started reading books and when I came over here, and I learned more about that kind of thing. But even then, it was like, well, this is a stupid fucking idea.
Yeah.
Like, like what the hell? So like maybe I got lucky because I wasn't indoctrinated. I wasn't exposed to it. It wasn't around me when I was growing up. And maybe that gives me enough of a buffer to be able to look and say, well, this is stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of Asian folks who are not from America don't really have a high understanding of how racism works here.
Yeah.
Like when they get here, they're like, oh wait, you're like they walk around oblivious to it first, and then at some point they get hit with it, and they're like, like my ex-wife didn't understand the significance of Obama winning the presidency.
mhm. Well,
But mind you, all of her relatives start calling me Obama after that.
well, to play devil's advocate, a lot of I mentioned this earlier before. I mentioned this earlier, where a lot of Filipinos, mostly because they're the ones who I interact with the most, they display a certain amount of xenophobia, and that's a lot of communities do that. You know what I mean? But to the point where you get upset because one of the people that you expect to hang out with you is instead hanging out with somebody else, and you suddenly, are angry or even violent at them. Like that was a first for me. Like,
well, this comes from people. What I believe it comes from is them taking your choices as a insult. So they're assuming that you're not hanging with them because you got beef with them, or you don't want to be seen as one of them.
Right.
So they're thinking in their head that you're a sellout. So fuck you and everything. Like literally, Dr. Manhattan, when we were in high school, before I met him, I saw him several times. And because of how he was dressed, I thought he was a self-hating Negro. I'm
Right.
like, you want to be down with the Latinos the way you dressing. That's not weird. Why you ain't dressing like the rest of the brothers up here?
Right.
And then I met him, and I was like, oh, okay. He just happened to like that shit, and I was on some bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's what another thing I don't understand, and I guess that piggybacks into my point earlier, is that like, why? Like I don't understand like why are you gonna take my decision to go hang out with this dude who's cool, that dude who's cool, that guy who I fucking play guitar with, that guy who I go to the bar with? They just happen to be not Filipino. Like how?
Penitentiary rules in effect.
Yeah. So
What What did you say? Penitentiary rules?
Penitentiary rules in effect.
Yeah.
Everything is mitigated by race.
So
Which
I'm
is
gonna
why I
I'm
don't
gonna
get-
I'm gonna step in on this one. So we'll circle back to one of the people, right?
Mhm.
And what it boils down to is it doesn't agree with their confirmation bias of what a Filipino should behave like. Right.
I'm not a nurse, which offends them, I'm sure.
Right. Well, they're
Well,
not nurses. They're not
well-
nurses either, but you're a Navy Filipino. You should be hanging out with your own kind, because that's just what we do. Right.
Well,
one of them people like one of them people, right? We didn't agree with Chili de Castro's, take on Black leadership and him, trying to save the Black community all by himself, right?
Mhm.
He took issue with we took issue with that, but one of the people thinks that we took issue completely with Chili. I mean, Hate Jones did, but that we took issue with Chili de Castro as a whole, and that everything that he's doing is bullshit, even though we said, look, Terry versus Ohio, yes, good shit, keep doing that, stick to that fucking wheelhouse, but stop trying to make yourself out to be this white Jesus of the African American community in the United States, because you're not. Right. And then when someone tells you to go fuck yourself, because you're on some fuck shit, you go on a fucking rant blaming the entire fucking community, instead of just addressing the one motherfucker who pissed you off.
Blaming the entire community that you're supposedly trying to save.
Yeah, that is some racist fuck shit.
Right.
But no, let's not address that. Let's just go with, Chili de Castro's doing the Lord's work. He's a good man. He can do no fucking wrong. And what we said was like, yes, he's doing something right with Terry versus Ohio, but he was on some fuck shit when he said that shit about the Black community, and he's acting like he's some fucking white Jesus. Fuck off. Go fuck yourself, Chili de Castro, but continue doing the good work you're doing on Terry, Ohio.
Yeah.
Right.
But here's another strange dynamic that happens, because personally, I think within that military, those guys may have gotten some taste of some racism, which is why they probably clicked up as tight.
I'm sure they did.
So then when they see you come along, it's like, nigga, why you ain't clicking up?
Yeah.
Ain't you seeing the racism that we seeing? Why you hanging with them niggas instead of with us? And then that creates a certain level of tension. Like I remember when Homeboy first got in, and because they couldn't discern what the fuck he was, he's hanging out with the brothers because that's natural.
Yeah.
And then he's hanging out with the white folks because they assume that he's white. And then they start sharing their white hate about the niggas that he hangs with.
Yeah.
Right. And so like that's what creates those cloisters,
Yeah.
because they get a taste like, oh, okay, well, I can't fuck with you. And because racism is selective, I don't know which one of you motherfuckers I can trust. So I'm gonna choose not to fuck with any of y'all, because every pod is out for its pod's self. You know? Like, because they talk about intersectionality, but there really isn't any. The Latino community is out for the Latino community. The Black community is out for the Black community. The gay community is out for the gay community. There is no intersectionality.
Right.
Like there's intersectionality in individuals, but not in the communities themselves. Right.
That's right.
So a black female gay woman has intersectionality. Right. She's Black, she's gay, she can be and she's a woman, right? So she has three things that intersect, but those things don't mean anything for anybody who's not those three things.
Well, that everything is always founded on her Blackness first. Yeah, because that's the first thing that people see.
That's the thing that people can discern about.
It's interesting, this rhetoric of like, okay, if clearly the object, right, is homogeneity.
Yeah, kind of, but yes.
No. Well, I mean, ideally, that's what you want to have, right? But the fact that like this is like, you know, this whole thing about intersectionality, right? You know, a person's gay, you know, a person's black, white, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like these things that people define themselves with are actually, you know, putting this very almost insurmountable wall in between, you know, what they're doing and what they're thinking,
Right.
and the end goal, which is let's all just
get along.
I mean, we're all assholes. Let's just get along.
Here's another.
Look, hold up. Look, so let me just point this out, right? Like, I mean, we're pointing this out among the people of color, but white people are on some fuck shit too, right? You know, like, you know, they're on their fuck shit of like, oh, they're old money, oh, they're new money, or like, you know, oh, you're only lower middle class, you're not upper middle class. Like, you know, they discriminate and shit on each other over different reasons that are obviously not about the color of their skin. I'm like, oh, those people over there are Baptist, you know, we're Protestant, or those motherfuckers are Quakers and we're Methodists. Like, I mean, look at how much most of the Christian sects here in the United States shit on the fucking Mormons. You know what I mean?
As they should, but continue.
Yeah. That's almost justifiable. That's almost justifiable.
Yeah, right. That's racist. That's what gets us canceled right there. Shit on the Mormons. It's okay, people. Yeah. No. But I mean, they're on their fuck shit too, you know, like, you know, they got their own fuck shit, not to justify their fuck shit against people of color. No, because they're willing to set aside their fuck shit, right? Band together and then shit on us, throw their fuck shit on us.
Indeed.
There's just a lot of fuck shit going on.
But I want to add this. So when I went to college, and being that 2% other, right? I have several Black friends that I hung out with a lot after college, but when we were in college, we never clicked up. So like the Asian kids clicked up, you know, the Chinese kids would hang out with the Chinese kids, the Korean kids, who most of the Korean kids didn't even speak English, so they all clicked up with one another. The white boys, they had their different pods or whatever, but I was always a floater amongst different pods. There wasn't a Latino pod. There wasn't a Black pod, even though there was Black students there. We never clicked up. We're like magnets. We only got so close and then we got pushed apart, right?
Yeah.
And then after school, we end up connecting with one another and we're like the closest friends. Like, why didn't we hang this deep while we're in school? And it was just like this non-spoken, non-cognitive distancing of one another. Like, let me not be one of those cliquey people who are just clicking up with you just because you're Black, kind of.
Right.
Or even if I am, let's not be seen in public or at school doing it. You know, it's like this weird thing. So I'm like, every Black person I knew had a pod of white homies. Yeah. You know, at the parties, I'm the one Black guy at the party. I've never been at a like party with all the Black people at the school that I know of are at that party.
Yeah.
Right.
Most of us kept most of our personal lives private from the rest of the school. We didn't share too much where everybody else is sharing overload. You know, just this weird thing. And then when I meet, you know, we clicked up after school. And it was just, and I brought it up. It was like, yeah, we all did do that. And we didn't know why we did it. It was just like some baked in racist coding. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To where we didn't want to seem too Black or too this or too that. To you know, part of it with me, I was just clicking up with people that I clicked up with. You know,
See,
you got around me, but the Black people, I was like, oh, I want to, you know, be cool with you or you know you better. But a lot like my graduating class, it was me and 2 Black girls. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
In my department for my graduating year. One chick I know, she dated white dudes, moved to Hawaii, married a white dude, had a white dude's baby. Right. Another Black girl had a Black boyfriend, had Black friends who showed up to the school every now and again, but we never all tried to like speak to one another and kind of like know one another. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why, because I had all my classes with them, but as a dude, and I was older, so I'm like, I don't want to push up on you and make y'all think I'm trying to fuck when I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
yeah, I was just gonna ask why you weren't, you know, why you guys weren't.
Because one of them was super hot. So just like, I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable.
Right.
With the shits. But then you know, she never really kind of came my way to say anything or do anything. And everybody I saw her hanging out with, I was like, oh, you hang out with those type of white folks. Okay, I got you. Blah, blah, blah. And I just left it alone. Like I don't force friendships to that degree.
Right.
Like everything is just like gravity. Whoever attracts toward me, I'm good with.
Right.
I can dig that.
You know, but some of the other ones, like my homegirl See Danger, but we'll probably get on the show at some point. Me and her would talk at school every now and again, and she's a highly attractive woman. We would talk at school, but we never hung out. And then she found one other Black girl who, you know, who was also highly attractive, and they would hang out, but I would never talk to her friend because I'm like, well, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to fuck. You know, so like I could come off standoffish to them because I'm not trying to get in.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to get in because like you're a woman and I'm not trying to, you know.
And when I get me too.
Yeah. I'm just not getting in that zone. And then I realized her behavior was because she has a very deep voice that she's not in control of. And it's kind of like, you know, she's kind of got a dude's voice.
Yeah.
And so she whispers, you know, instead of owning it, she tries to suppress it, which then makes her come off as shy. Because we, you know, later on we went out to dinner as adults out of school, and I heard her voice and I heard her laugh, and I like constantly seeing her trying to minimize or hide and keep under wraps her voice opposed to just owning it. You know, I was like, so what I was seeing in school was your apprehension about your voice, not apprehension about talking to me or anything else. You know, so like it's all these weird dynamics that kind of go on that racism has given us. So if that makes me a racist, so be it. Them peoples.
Well, you know what? I think that thanks to one of the people pointing out our racist tendencies and, you know, our inability to think critically when we're just trying to make jokes and be facetious and, you know, just trying to entertain people and being informative. Secondly, that you know what? We canceled racism today.
We did.
That's it. Everybody.
It was a good day today.
Racism has been canceled.
Yeah.
It has been a good day.
Be thankful for that.
That's right. That's
Happy
right.
Fucking Thanksgiving.
Happy motherfucking Thanksgiving, colonizers.
That's right.
True.
I would
it's
say
true.
that shit, but ain't
it's
nothing
true.
happy about Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, the day off. I mean, I got paid, so we're good.
I mean, the day off is about it, but I worked anyway. So
paid day off, by the way. Paid day off. So, you know, thankful for that. Thank you for my paycheck, colonizers. I appreciate you. Don't forget, we're doing our own part to help you, our homies, save money. Buy some Christmas presents for your family. You know, we got a lot of merch. The merch store, the link is in the description. The discount code, it ends midnight Cyber Monday, or at least 11:59 on Cyber Monday. You know, so Tuesday everything's gonna be back to the same old Chino and Homeboy trying to get rich price. So you know, take advantage of that 20% discount while you can, homies. Let's see, follow us on Instagram, follow the Discord channel, follow us on Twitter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button if you fucking feel like it. We're not going to tell you to do that or not. I mean, we sure as fuck don't press the notification button on your guys' channel. Before we go, we like we said we would follow one of them people's we'd follow his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Right. That's right. One of the people we said we'd follow his channel, and we do it live. Just let me bring up the YouTube here. All right.
That's right.
Let's see here. Where are we? Share.
To our listeners, all 18 of you, go check out one of them people's channel. Subscribe, like, comment on his videos. It would really help him. Yeah, we could. Yeah, he could really use the help. Let's see.
I think he needs a hug.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
does.
we could all use hugs. All right, one of the people. There you are. There's your 100 subscribers. Your World of Eminem saved playlist. Your 1 2-minute and 9-second video that we watched. You see this red line right here?
Yeah.
I watched it. All
Look,
2
hey,
minutes.
he's got a fucking World of Eminem playlist on there.
That's right.
He's all right in my book.
Yep. See? You see that 6 right there? That's us right there. That's us.
There you go.
That's 6
Awesome.
right there. 56. That's us. Here you go. Boom.
And
There
we're
it is.
fucking you over because we're all watching from the same account.
That's right. That's right.
It's a 1 for
Absolutely.
3.
There you go. We got a trifecta.
That's
There
right.
you just got. Well, I mean, you're a dude, but I was gonna say you just got airtight, but never mind.
That's right.
Speaking of dicks and orifices, let me just plug our Family Phallus Planet NFT support thing that we're doing. Just a heads up. They changed a few things. They updated their Mint Pass comic book benefits. They took the number down from 500 pre-sale comic book mint things, guarantees essentially, to 200. They added a few more benefits in there. So if you're a Mint Pass holder, you will get 1 free NFT on Mint Day. I'm not sure if it's a Mint Day, but you will get 1 free NFT. And so they're minting for these comic book mint passes it's going on still. It's going to go on until the 30th. So get your fucking mint passes. Get your NFTs. It's going to be worth, it's going to be a good investment. Also, found another one that involves dicks. Dick 2 is another good one. Follow them motherfuckers. And last but not least, this NFT project has probably the most amazing roadmap I've ever seen. Check out Rich Bulls Club on Instagram, on Twitter, and join their Discord. I can't even give justice to what the fuck they're doing. With my words, just go read what the hell it is it's trying to do. It's an amazing roadmap. Go check them out.
There you go. Anything else?
That's it. That's all I got. Yeah.
I think that's it.
Push that
All right.
motherfucking button.
All right. Until next time, homies. Peace.